So this video will be about how to sit properly when you work at the office in front of the computer. A lot of people asked me about that video because there's a lot of information on ergonomy, stand-up desks, and what would be the ideal for you to do when you're at the desk, sitting or standing. We're gonna do some of that for the sitting position, and I will apply this concept also for the standing up position, so stand-up desks. Remember during this video that the movement is the key. What I will do will show you some base postural shift, simple thing you can do to look more open but feel more comfortable. And the most important thing is to keep on moving. If you are static in this position, you will get in pain as good as they look. What will really get you healthier will be to gently rock a little bit back and forth, and you can put some music in the background. For example, right now we have some very peaceful music there. You can do something a little bit more moving, a little bit more rock or punk or whatever music you like, as long as it keeps you always in a state of movement, gentle movement. You can't actually put the music on and be like, wow, and write down on a computer. It's not gonna work. But if you have a gentle movement and you keep on doing your work, then that will be perfect. So first off, the position of the chair. Where should it be? Should it be super high, super low? What is the best thing? So in ergonomy, they talk about the 90-90 rule, which means like when you're in front of your desk, you want to have a 90 degrees at the angle here and a 90 degrees at the angle right there. If you're in that position, you're a little bit more optimal than if you were to be a lot lower on your hand. So if the desk was extremely low and your chair was extremely high, or if on the opposite, and this is a bit worse, if your wrists are extremely high and the desk is a lot higher than your chair. So pay attention to this position so that you kind of have that 90-90 rule. That said, you don't want to be at the edge of the desk. Like if you're doing some computer work and you put the computer at the edge right here, and you restart at the edge, you're always straining a bit that angle, that joint right there, and it will hurt. As comfortable as you think it will be, ideally you will push it a bit more in, get a bit more under the desk, and put your front part of the forearm on the desk to rest. It's more of a resting position rather than an active position. You want to find minimal motion as you have a resting position. You've seen I'm pretty up straight, but how am I holding that up straight position? What am I doing exactly to keep me reminded to do that? Well, first thing is to push on the heel. As I'm pushing on my heel here, I'm getting my body to be straighter. After long hours, you're gonna want to be like that and rounded, and you'll put the chair and the computer in whatever position work, and you'll be beating yourself up, but you will keep on pushing it. If you realize it, take a deep breath. Push on your heel, stuck your tail out. I love to reassess myself and put my butt just between the cushion and the backrest at that angle, deep in there, and after from there I come back up. Most of the chair are built so that when you sit on it, they will tilt back or they will hold you in that position. This is not good either, because if I want to work in that position, my neck will be compressed, and then I will have eventually some numbness and tingling in my arms. It will feel comfortable for a short period of time, but long period of time will be a disaster. So please don't do that. So stick your tail out, get your butt on the corner, the angle right here of the chair, and get yourself up straight, pushing on the heel, and then take a deep chest breath. If you breathe from the chest, then you'll be in a better up straight position. Obviously, for the purpose of that video, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but actually not that much. This is pretty much how I do my computer work. Right here, whenever I work on my blogs or on my courses, I'm pretty up straight. I don't do it for a long period of time because then it will really beat me up. So I'm in that position, And remember I talked about movement, so I'm having a gentle movement and I move my pelvis back and forth, side to side, back and forth, and I have some gentle, you say like circle movement. I'm not doing like that all the time. I'm not looking as obnoxious. I'm not like always a wiggle worm, but I'm very careful that I will be consistently not locking anything. If I stay in that position and I lock it and I work, then something will get aggravated. So even if you go into a very nice up straight chest opener, tucking the belly in, tucking the tail out, pushing on the heel like that, I will do that for a few minutes till if I feel any discomfort, I will stop and then go to something else. So this is really important. Remember to push on your heel, to get the glutes against the chair, to breathe with the chest, to open up. And another thing that you can do once in a while is to sit on the edge of the chair. Sitting on the edge of the chair makes us a little bit more vulnerable, so we have a tendency to be more cautious on how we sit, instead of being on the back of the chair where we feel very safe. And then we can, let's be real, we can work like that, right? How many of you have been working like that? I've done it, you know, putting the screen a bit straighter and doing like that for a few more minutes till I wake up the next day and I don't understand why my neck is hurting and my chest is hurting. So getting on the edge of the chair will get you in that vulnerable spot where you have to be cautious you're not gonna fall. So you're gonna be more careful about activating your leg muscle, and this will support more your back. Try it out for a second. Give yourself in a big slouch. Slouch really good. And that slouch, start by taking a deep breath with your chest. I'm gonna do it with you. I breathe, but it's not very deep. Let's do 10 deep breaths. Alright, I think at least it's 10. First I'm lightheaded, but I can't really up straight on each breath. I cannot take deep breath and end up like that. It's not possible. So get the dizziness, enjoy the little buzz you get of just breathing with your deep chest oxygen filling up the whole body, getting all the way. And repeat that routine every time you feel like you're slouching a bit too much. Am I slouching? Am I slouching? No, I'm not. I'm pretty good right now, right? Yeah, I see I got my chest open. No. I'm gonna take some deep breath and get in that posture. Push on your heel, get your tail out. So what I mean by the tail out is, if you imagine the end of the coccyx, which is the last bone at the base of the spine here, following into a tail, like a cat tail, you will see cats never sit on their tail. They never have the tail in between their leg and sit like that. They have the tail out. So as I put my glutes out, I will imagine my tail is out right there, following on the back of the chair, and we'll get up from there. In that position, it's easy to fall into too much arch, but if you properly push the anchor on your feet, on your heels, and get up straight and tuck in a little bit your belly, then you can practice strengthening your core very gently, taking the belly in, opening up the chest. And when you feel tired, just go into whatever position. Because remember, ideally here, the movement is the key to health. Not so much the perfect posture, because if it's a frozen posture, then you will not get the lubrication in the joint, you will not get as healthy. So feel free to pay attention to that. Am I slouching? Yes. Am I moving in my slouch? Yes, it's actually okay. If I'm moving, I'm helping something. Should I stay in that position for hours? Absolutely not. I will come up and slouch in what I call a proper slouch. This is my proper slouch. Get my tail out. I'm actually arching a bit more, but I'm resting. Everything is stacking on top of each other, and I could stay there for a few minutes and it feel effortless because I'm slouching properly. The movement comes from my breath. My weight is on my heel. My butt is against the chair. My back is not. My back is away from the chair. So I'm holding my whole spine myself, not the chair. Woo! So practice that. Go get your computer, watch the video again. Practice sitting heel, glutes, chest breathing in front of the chair, in front of the desk with your chair. Practice at the edge on the chair. Make sure that you are resting your forearm. Make sure that you're moving. This will make a ton of difference in your life. As soon as you start to do that for the next day, your body will feel more open, you will be more productive, you'll be less hecky, you'll feel a lot healthier. So it's totally worth spending the time doing it. I hope you enjoy that.